Hello, you're welcome. You're welcome onto my channel today, and it gives me great joy to observe you are viewing this video. I am Dr. Olayinka Akanle. I am a sociologist. I'm a lecturer in the university. On this channel, I do a number of stuff, but all the stuffs I do on this channel, you can easily cluster them into four. But sociology is paramount. Others, you can also view the playlist on this channel to see other areas where I intervene. Meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly go ahead and click subscribe on your screen right now. Tap subscribe on your screen right now to join my family of subscribers. I encourage you to stick around till the end of this video to hear all I have to say. All I have to say, they're very important to sociology as a discipline and to sociologists across the world. That's why the title of this video is sociology a dying course or discipline? Is sociology truly dying? You've even heard some people saying that sociology is dead. Some say it's stagnated. Some say it's going into extinction. Unfortunately, all these arguments, all these positions, this perspective is not based on any valid research. It's not based on any tangible, empirical evidence or data. People just their own opinion or just their own random thinking. So in this video today, I've done a lot of researches, I've gathered data, and my many years of experience of teaching sociology, practicing sociology. I'm not just an academic, I practice, and all I do, I live for sociology. So I'm bringing a lot of experience, into this and data across the world. So it's not sociology, essentially, though it's very correct to say, in the late 1980s, early 1990s, sociology went through turbulence, especially in the United States and in a number of places, including the European Union, as we know it now. But Europe, far back then, to a lot of turbulence. This is at the point that we had the Harvard experience, the Harvard, then, losing students in the Department of Sociology, to the extent that in the early 1990s, the enrollment rate in sociology at the Harvard University, dropped to as low as 67. This is the Harvard University, a frontline university that teaches sociology for many years. They started struggling to have students, So in the early 1990s, it became so low that they were able only to attract around 67 students at that time. And it's even also particularly very turbulent in Yale University in the United States. This is at the point that they had to cut the staff strength, the faculty, by 40% because of poor enrollment and poor fortune in the late 1980s and early 1990s. If you look at the Washington University, University of Rochester, this experience, turbulence also, swept across the United States, sociology at that point in time and some part of the world. But since, by the late 1990s, mid to late 1990s, sociology recovered, regained the strength and the stamina, because what sociologists do, it's not what you can just wish away, because sociology tries to understand society, social problems, want to understand the social institutions, social structures, social relations that hold society together, that assist us to understand human processes, to be able to predict the future. It's sociology that can assist us to understand the nature of social change we are experiencing. And since change is constant, sociology continues to be relevant for policies, for even the private sector economy, even to individual life, understanding life and living functional and very rewarding life, even in society. So it's not surprising that sociology then recovered and regained the momentum after the turbulence of, late 1980s and early 1990s. It regained, to the extent that though all disciplines, you have to know this, all disciplines go through turbulence at a point in time. And it's not only sociology. Since the sociology emerged, there have been phases, and the peak was in the late 1990s and early 1990s. So since the mid 1990s to late 1990s till the current time, sociology has remained competitive. And you can see my video on what is sociology, the prospect of sociology, how lucrative is sociology. You can find all of them on this channel, and so if you look at it from there, you will first understand that sociology has remained among the most resilient disciplines in the world. Since sociology was first taught as a discipline in the University of Kansas in the United States in 1890, that department remains today. Many departments established after that department have folded up. And after sociology became a department in the University of Kansas and taught as a discipline in 1890, this was followed by the University of Bordeaux in Germany. This is a department. Sociology was taught by Emile Durkheim, the foremost Emile Durkheim, in 1895. That department remained till today, resilient. Many departments after that have closed. They have closed, but sociology continues to be relevant. And it's still strong in these places where sociology started, where it progressed, until today. And today, in Latin America, even in Europe, even in America, even in Asia, even in Africa, even across many countries and continents of the world, sociology is well subscribed to. They feel their students' quota, and it continues to evolve. It's dynamic. So when people say sociology is just there, it's stagnant, it's not doing, it's because of high level of professional ignorance. And that's why this video is very important. This is an epistemic intervention, professional intervention in defense of sociology. That people need to understand that this discipline has evolved and it's very strong now. It's not left to sociologists to push the discipline further, to better represent the discipline in positive manner and push it to the consciousness of people and show its relevance. Because I have optimistic view of sociology, that sociology will outlast many other disciplines. Even though now people are thinking of unbundling, people from university will join some things that they believe is trending in the labor market, join into sociology. It's very much unnecessary. It's just for sociology departments across the world to understand the essence of that discipline and be better represented. Show it to the world, the strength of this queer science, according to August Comte. I love sociology. So it's very important that we have, based our analysis on very important things and emphasize, while it's good for discipline to be dynamic, you may have to look at some other things and make it more dynamic, push it forward, and introduce some innovation into it. This is very important. But the discipline itself remains very solid. And I think if sociology is retained and sociologists better practice this discipline and encourage others to do and showcase all they do, publish in good places, recommend good policy directions, use development, explanations thrown up by researchers in sociology, people will better understand this discipline. There's a lot of people who don't understand it. That's how they think, it's stagnated. No, it's in fact getting stronger. Based on this fact, historical facts are given to you. And if you look at my video on career prospect of sociology and how lucrative it is, I gave statistics that shows the growth rate of sociology stronger than many other disciplines. And look at it today. It's even more relevant today in the case of social problems that we face. When you look at the issue of substance abuse, family problems, information technology problem, urbanization, conflicts, or employment problems, social change, politics, economic problems, environmental problems, family issues, all those problems, policies are needed to understand the social problems and more. And sociology has the capacity to assist policies, to assist leaders, to assist management, both in the private sector and other sectors, and leadership, even in public sectors, to be able to understand human problem. Sociology has a lot of capacity in the sense that the analytical skills sociologists have, critical thinking, the methodology that we have, the research capacity, the theoretical background that we have, problem-solving capacity, development orientation, versatility. the versatility that sociology have, the dynamism, the conceptual capability that sociology have, the critical thinking. All of these assist in driving development and contributing to policies. But most of the time, credits are not given to sociology. Even when we make these inputs in terms of these things. And it's also because sociologists themselves are quiet about what they do. So it's high time we began to push sociology to the front burner to let people really understand what we do and the tremendous capacity. I tell you, sociology today remains very strong, and it will remain like that for as long as possible. Sociology reigns forever, and it's not dying, it's not stagnated, it's going nowhere near extinction. The projection is a strong future for sociology. Optimism rather than pessimism. Long live sociology. Long live sociologists. Long live societies. Sociologists forever. Thank you very much. Subscribe to this channel and share as widely as possible. Bye for now.